Can you imagine spending 5 months lost in the sea with no land in sight? That was what happened with Tasha and Jennifer, two women who were trying to make a bold trip. But you'll be surprised to know that there's more to this story. Hello, wonderful people. I'm Jamie Buck from WonderBot. And here is Women rescued after 5 months in the sea tell a mysterious story. Before we begin, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell for more amazing videos. Jennifer Apple and Tasha Fuava left Hawaii to make what they expected to be an amazing trip to Tahiti in a small sailing boat. Although they were supposed to sail more than 2,600 miles, the trip was supposed to be short, taking no more than 3 weeks. But they didn't expect something would change all their plans. Not a long time after they departed, a storm started and they found themselves in a very risky situation. Their boat, the Sea Nymph, was damaged. The engine stopped working and their cell phones fell into the sea. Jennifer and Tasha found themselves lost at sea. However, they had an idea. Even though Jennifer and Tasha felt lost and helpless, they still had hope. They believed they could still reach Tahiti sailing instead of using their engine. They knew it would be hard, but they needed to try. That didn't work as well as they expected. 2 months after their trip started, they were still in the middle of the sea and had no idea where they were. So the women started making distress calls. But there were no boats around, and Jennifer and Tasha were too far away from signals to be detected on land. But how did they survive until then? They told the Navy that they survived because they had packaged a water purifier and enough food for a year, mostly dry products like oats and pasta, which was a smart idea since it took 5 months for them to be found by a fisher boat near Japan. However, there were a few things weird about the story. The weird thing was that the two women had met just a few months earlier. And that wasn't the only curious thing. They also had a huge age gap. Apple was 47 and Fuava was just 27. But the most surprising thing of all was the fact that none of them knew how to sail. So why did they decide to go on this trip? The two women decided to travel because of two completely different reasons. Apple's dream was to settle on the island and to live her life as an organic farmer there. But Fuava just wanted to sail for the fun of it. That adventure turned out to be even more dangerous than they would ever expect. Not only were they lost at sea, but according to one of the women, the boat was attacked by sharks. Apple said that a group of sharks had surrounded their boat and used it to teach smaller sharks how to hunt. The animals started battling at the boat and trying to attack the ladies during the night. But according to specialists, that might not be what happened. Shark experts made clear that tiger sharks are not social creatures and that they will never be in groups. George Burgess, a shark specialist from the Florida Museum of Natural History, even said that they never teach their young animals how to hunt, and there were more inconsistencies. Some even believe that the storm never happened in the first place. According to the National Weather Service, there were no storms on May 3rd, the day the women said everything happened. And even satellite images prove that nothing there was abnormal on the date. But Apple had proof of it. She had a copy of an email from the Coast Guard forecasting 10-foot waves on May 3rd. However, she said the storm was a Force 11 storm that would produce much bigger waves. According to specialists, her claim was probably nothing more than an exaggeration. However, that's not the weirdest part of the story. The biggest mystery about the incident was why they never sent out a distress signal through the radio. There was an emergency location in the boat operating, but it was never really activated. If the women ever felt in danger, one big question has popped up. Why did they never use their rescue equipment? When asked about this, Tasha and Jennifer confirmed that they never thought they had reached a degree of danger worth turning on the alarm. But not even 5 months wandering in the sea without an engine? It is just a bit of an unexpected reaction. And after that, did everything work out? Happily, everyone was safe and sound when they were found. Even the dogs that the two of them owned were neither harmed or hungry. And despite not being worried enough to use the emergency signal when the U.S. Marine arrived, the two women were very happy. They couldn't have been more thankful. The USS Ashland rescued the women after the boat they were on was spotted by a fishing vessel of Taiwanese origin. "They saved our lives," said Apple, according to the Associated Press. "The pride and smiles we gave when we saw the Navy ship on the horizon was pure relief." We might never know what happened in those 5 months that Jennifer and Tasha disappeared. Many questions remain unanswered, and some of the given answers don't make sense. It's a mystery, but everything ended well. What about you? What do you think happened to them?